Hello, my name is Austin Wilson, and I chose to introduce the Roman Emperor Nero to you all today. Born in the year 37 AD. Alright, sorry. I wanted to do something a little bit extra. I bought a green screen. Oh. As I was saying, I wanted to do something a little bit extra. So, Nero was only 17 when he became the Emperor of Rome, and he would become the fifth and final Julio-Claudian Emperor of Rome, ending that dynasty. He was quote-unquote guided by his mother Agrippina, who essentially took complete control of his authority. 2 years into his rule, he rebelled against her and attempted to kill her, because there's no solution to family issues like murder. Naturally. Mothers were highly respected in Rome society, so his first attempt was to covertly sink the ship that she was on, but she managed to swim to shore. So he had those same guards that were ordered to sink the ship kill her directly. He was afraid of the people's response to a little good old matricide, but surprisingly, everyone was just okay with this. The senators applauded him, fully believing his lie that his mother was plotting to murder him, and thus we end the chapter of Nero's first murder. Yes, boys and girls, first. He married a woman named Claudia Octavia, and by the year 62 AD, wanted a divorce. Naturally, after divorcing her, he had her accused of adultery and executed. He even had his mother's assassin, that, remind you, he had hired, confess to the crime. After earning his kill streak, we get to his most infamous accomplishment, the Great Fire of Rome. On July 18th, 64 AD, the city of Rome caught fire while Nero was away, but he got back quickly to oversee relief. And there's a lot of myths surrounding exactly what happened here. Some say he started the fire intentionally, others say he, quote, fiddled while Rome burned, and others say he sang during the fire. There's a lot of lore to catch up on there, so I won't get into it too deep right now. But what is confirmed is that he had blamed the Christians for the fire almost immediately, and took advantage of the fire's destruction to build himself a fancy new statue and a new palace. What a guy. After this, he lost a few wars. I'm trying to keep this to 5 minutes, so that's all the coverage you get. He had struggled in eastern Britain and eventually had a rebellion during his time as the emperor, which led to the siege of Jerusalem and the destruction of the Second Temple, which in turn caused the future hiding and loss of the Dead Sea Scrolls in nearby caves. You might be asking, Austin, what does an emperor do after several costly wars, murdering multiple women, and then having his city burned down? It's rude to interrupt me. Save all questions for the end of the presentation. But, to be nice, he goes to Greece and competes in the Olympics. What else would you do? He wins 1,808 awards while he is there for artistic talents in events that were created solely so that he could compete and win in those events. And I couldn't find a way to mention this naturally, but I love this quote, that he fell out of his chariot, but the Hellenic judges in charge of the games nevertheless granted him the wreath of victory. He rewarded these traditionally unpaid officials with 1 million sesterces. He paid off the Olympic judges with tax breaks so that he could win. This man is playing real life like I play The Sims. Finally, we approach his death in the year 68 AD. That's right. He ruled for 14 years. He was renounced by his people, his government, even his own personal guard. His scandals had piled up, and he was reportedly stealing money and raiding from his own temples. The following day, he took his own life, and his last words were, "What an artist dies with me." And we can only dream of being that extra until the end.